Hey everyone, today I will discuss about the cell and its organelle. The single organelle that is nucleus is specifically discussed in this class. So let's understand about the concept of cell. So, cell. Cell basically the prokaryotic, it can be the prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Okay. So, cell that is prokaryotic and secondly eukaryotic. Okay. Eukaryotic cell also divided into two sections, that is animal cell and plant cell. Plant cell. So, what is the basic difference between the prokaryotic cell, animal cell and the plant cell? In case of the prokaryotic cell, here the most important point is the cell doesn't have any bounded organelle or any bounded nucleus. But in case of the animal cell or plant cell, it has the bounded organelle, membrane bounded organelle, and also the specifically the nucleus is also membrane bounded. So first point is nucleus is absent and second, okay, nucleus with other organelle organelles organelles are present. Okay. So in case of the prokaryotic cell, there is no nucleus. Nucleus is absent. In case of the animal cell and plant cell, there is the nucleus and also presence of the other organelles. So, what is the basic difference of the animal cell and the plant cell? Basic difference, that is the cell wall. Cell wall is present in the plant cell. Cell wall, it is present in the plant cell, and the cell wall is totally absent in case of the animal cell. Totally absent in case of the animal cell. So, today I will discuss about the animal cell or plant cell. Both the nucleus are present. So, let's understand about the nucleus. That is nucleus. Under the nucleus, there is a specific region which is called the nucleolus. Why this specific region is visible in the interface region, I will discuss further. Let's know other organelle, name of the other organelles in the cell. Some of the endoplasmic reticulum, that is ER, okay, that is nucleus with, that is Golgi body, okay. In case of the plant cell, here is the plastid. For single plant cell, it can be the 20 to 50 plastids in a single cell. So main function of the plastid is for the photosynthesis. Another is the mitochondria. Okay, mitochondria, Golgi body. Here is the ribosome with the attached with the endoplasmic reticulum. Because presence of the ribosome on the outer side or the cytoplasmic side of the endoplasmic reticulum, it is called the rough side, and the inner portion of the endoplasmic reticulum, there is no such ribosome attached to it. And this is called the smooth ear, rough ear and smooth ear. So ear is also the rough ear and smooth ear. Okay. So let's understand about the ultrastructure of nucleus. That is nucleus. That is nucleus core. Nucleus core. That is chromatin fiber. Chromatin fiber. Okay. That is nucleolus. Nucleolus. And that is the outer membrane. Outer membrane. That is inner membrane. Inner membrane. Between the outer and inner membrane, there is the portion, it is called the periplasmic space. Periplasmic space. Based upon the weight of the molecule which can entry to the nucleus or export from the nucleus is depends upon its molecular weight. And the protein which helps for entry, it is called the importin. Okay, and proteins which helps to export from the nucleus is called the exportin. Exportin. Whereas the import or export, it is energy dependent and it is ATP or GTP dependent. So let's understand how the molecule can entry to the nucleus and export to the nucleus, because the DNA and the RNA which are replicated and the both transcribed is on the nucleus. For and translation which is happening in the cytoplasm. So it's important transcripted RNA exported from the nucleus to cytoplasm. That's why they can translate it. Okay. So how this exportation is happened, and some of the proteins which are required for the replication or transcription or ribosome biogenesis is important for entry to the nucleus. Okay. So it is called the import, and it's important to understand how this imported molecule can enter to the nucleus. Both this export and import is dependent on the energy, that is RAN GDP. RAN GDP. Suppose there is a cargo protein. Cargo means the protein or the molecule which is imported to the nucleus or exported to the nucleus. That is means the cargo. So cargo protein there is the specific section which is called the NLS. NLS means nuclear localization section or nuclear localization segment. The nuclear localization segment has the specific amino acid sequence which only can bind to the importing. From here, the importing come, okay, importing come, and here the cargo, okay, that is NLS bind the importing with the cargo, and then it is binding the specific sequence of the nuclear core complex, and this is imported. After that, here the RAN GTP is present in the nucleus, which bind to this importing and cargo complex. RAN GTP detached from the cargo molecule from the importing, and with the help of the RAN GTP, the importing is also outed from the nucleus to the cytoplasm. And after that, RAN GTP is bind with the gap complex. This gap detached from the importing from the RAN GTP, and this RAN GTP is transferred to the RAN GTP. RAN GTP is also imported to the nucleus with its own nuclear sequence, that is NTF2, okay, and here the RAN GTP binds with the GEF complex, okay, GEF complex attached to the GTP instead of GTP. So that's why the nuclear whole this process, the export and import is happened. So today for that portion, that's it. And after that I will discuss about the plastid and mitochondria. Thank you.